Everybody today. What I am talking about is something that has been very much based in research. I've done a lot of research on this, and I'm very excited to talk to you about something that has changed a lot of lives, and it's changed lives for your clients, and it's changed your lives as well. And it's all about becoming vital. So let's dive on in and talk about what I am talking about. Okay. So what the key thing about being a successful business advisor is being absolutely essential to the clients that you're working with. Advisory can be a very heavy investment. It can be something where you're asking for 2, 3, 4, 5,000, 6,000, up to £10,000, dollars or euros a month or more, right? And what we need to do is make sure that when our clients are investing that kind of money into your business advisory, they see you as absolutely essential. It's very important that when we sell something of this investment, that your clients trust you, they know you, they trust you, they feel that it's a really good decision, and they see that they have to do it. If you're asking for £300 a month, then that decision can be made quite quickly. It can be like a yes or no, and should I do it, shouldn't I do it? And it can be a decision that you can make on your own. But when you're investing 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5,000 a month, you have to make sure that you're essential to that business. Otherwise, people will leave you after 1 or 2 months, right? So what I'm talking about today is you positioning yourself so that you can go from running your monster business to having a freedom practice. So the monster business is all about shifting your business model from overworked and underpaid to freedom, basically. It's about not just adding another service, though. It's about how you show up and what it is that you do. So the monster business is often full of OCD founders, which are overworked, compliance-based, and often very demoralized, right? You're working every single day. You're like really stressed. When I have a form that people complete before they book a call with me, and on it I say, how many hours a week are you working? The average number of hours are like 50, 60 hours a week, and that is overworked. That is a lot of work for you to be doing. You are often just doing compliance work and you are feeling exhausted when you're doing it. You're stuck in low fee, high stress, deadline driven work. And sometimes it can feel like you have 100, 200 jobs rather than actually having 100, 200 clients. And you feel like you're working for those clients and that you are relied on by these clients and not getting the reward for it. But the freedom business is completely different. The freedom business has at the heart of it what we call a vital advisor. And a vital advisor is highly valued, highly paid, working with those better premium clients. They give you more freedom. You have the ability to make a way bigger impact because you are actually helping move the needle on things that are very important rather than just doing the compliance work. It gives you more wealth because you have more profit in your business and you and your clients are very, very happy. It's a completely different job and it's a completely different way of running your practice. So you might have heard of the saying of the vital few and trivial many. And this is why vital really, really matters. So Joseph Duran talks about the vital few and the trivial many. And the same is very, very true when it comes to doing the work for clients and being an advisor to your clients. So those advisors who are vital are the ones who are seen as the vital few, and the rest of you, and I'm really sorry to say this, the rest of you who are doing the compliance work and who are doing all of the grunt work. I don't even want to call compliance because it's grunt work, okay? All of the grunt work for your clients, you are seen as the trivial many. So what we want to do is 80-20 your business, right? So 80% of your income currently comes from 20% of your clients, and 20% of your time currently produces 80% of your results. And what we want to do is switch that 80-20 from monster to freedom, so that 80% of your clients give you freedom and 20% of them is the hard work that you're doing, okay? But actually, so that frees up and gives you 80% of your revenue with 20% with 80% of your advisory clients, okay? So I want you to identify the 20% of clients and activities that drive your results. So Who are the best clients? What is the work that you're doing for them? What has the highest profit, highest revenue for that? And then go out and get more clients and do more of that work. But this is where this advice actually breaks. So what I've just said to you will break if you don't have great clients. So if you're currently swamped with just compliance clients and you're doing all the work and you're exhausted by it, then you're not going to want to go and get any more of those clients. So that's when you need to identify who would be a good client and the work that you need to do for them. Okay. So the good news though is showing up and being vital and being a great vital advisor is choice, not luck. Okay. The reason why is because you can position yourself as vital. And if you haven't, we need to move you to be in that top 20% of advisors that are, but you have to intentionally do it. So having worked with thousands and thousands of professionals who want to become business advisors, the ones who are very successful business advisors are the ones who have the 5 traits of vital advisors. And when I surveyed the profession and spoke with hundreds of accountants and bookkeepers and CFOs and consultants, the top performers shared all of these 5 traits. So trait number 1 is about being valued. And this is where the word vital comes in, right? Valued. You are considered as important and beneficial. And what happens is clients actually see your value that you bring, not just the work that you do, but they see you as someone that they truly value and want in their world. If they have a problem, they know to come to you. They don't just kind of go, oh, I've got an invoice, I better pay the invoice. And by the way, that's kind of what I do with my accountant. So I've got a direct debit, my accountant does the work, but can be swapped out. And if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. But as you know, you don't want to do advisory. But it can be swapped out, okay? So what we need to understand is that we need to not be swap outable and we need to be valued. That's the most important thing. Then we've got impactful. So you have a major impact on the businesses that you work with if you do advisory. You do not have a major impact on the businesses that you work with if you just stick with the compliance work. Clients will see you differently if you help them move the needle in their business. They will see the difference that you make, and you have to show up and be impactful for them to go, you are worth 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 pounds a month. Okay. Next is about being trusted. So trusted is where you're regarded as reliable and truthful. So you're not trusted if they are ChatGPTing the answers to their question. All right. If they have questions to do with accountancy, to do with growing their business, to do with the things that are going on day to day where you might have the answers and they're turning to ChatGPT instead of sending you a quick email or jumping on a call with you or having you preempt what their questions might be. That's even more powerful. If you can preempt what your client's questions are going to be and actually fix that before they even get to that stage, then you're in a trusted relationship and they are going to see you as the go-to for them. And that's why in our program, what we do is we map out a client journey that you're going to do with your clients, a 3-year client journey, so you can preempt what their questions are going to be in a couple of months, in a couple of years. You're going to know because you know exactly the journey that they're going to go on. And this is really powerful. And this is what creates trust. And what happens is you want clients to seek you out before they make important decisions, but you also want to guide them so that when they make important decisions, they don't have any questions because you've given them safety and the security that they're making the right decisions. Next is agile. So agile is where you adapt quickly to changes, opportunities and threats. Oh gosh, here in the UK, 17th of November today when I'm recording this, we've got the budget coming up. All right. We need you to be agile. We need you to be one step ahead. We as business owners are sat here going, we have no idea how this is going to affect us. And I know that you don't have a crystal ball and you can't see what's going to happen in the budget, but you kind of get an idea. And what you need to do is make sure that when the budget comes out, you are literally translating that for us and how that will affect our business. And you're giving us the moves that we need to make so that we can make them quickly so we don't miss out. Whether that's the VAT threshold changing, whether that's corporation tax, whether that's national insurance, whether or not we need to restructure how we do our business, all of those things, you need to be one step ahead of us and you need to be agile and you need to be able to move with the times. So if you're not embracing AI, if you're not digital, Like, this is a daft question to be having in 2025 as we go into 2026. If you're not digital, you're not agile, therefore you are not vital, which means that we will not pay you. We will question you on price. It's as simple as that. So you need to help your clients respond fast in a world that moves quickly, and to do that, you need to be agile. And then L of vital stands for lucrative. So this is where you help your clients become more profitable. Now, if you make more money for your clients, you in turn will make more money and have a highly profitable practice. And that's something that you need to really consider, because when you do compliance work, you're not making money for your clients. But when you do advisory, you're helping them shift their mindset. You're helping them move the chess pieces on their chessboard. You are the strategist looking at it, telling them tweak this, tweak that, move this, move that. And by doing that, you're making a huge difference in their business. Now, when you do this, you're going to make a difference in their time, in their happiness, in their revenue, in their profits, in their enjoyment, and you can charge accordingly. If you just do compliance work, you will not be able to charge accordingly, okay? Because you're not making a huge difference. You're literally just dotting the I's and crossing the T's. What vital really means is that you're absolutely necessary, essential. If you look up vital on Google, if you look it up in the dictionary, they are the words: absolutely necessary, essential. So when you are vital, you're not a nice to have, you're a must have. You're seen as essential to the client's future. So sell them what they want, because nobody wants compliance. They need compliance because they are told by the government that they need to tick boxes, cross the T's, dot the I's. They shoot the messenger, because what happens is you're the messenger when you offer a compliance, because you're literally saying, the government has told me that I need to take 26% of your profits. Corp tax here in the UK. The government has told me that you need to pay on account, and you need to find another £20,000 for your personal tax to pay in January as well as June, or vice versa, actually. Okay, so really frustrating, and we don't love it when you tell us that stuff. So we're going to say, I don't want to pay you very much for that horrible advice. But when you give it great advice, when you help me grow my business, when you help other people just like me grow our businesses, when you can see the chess pieces and help us move those chess pieces, so you can say, right, okay, the government says that you should be paying 26% corp tax. Let's see what we can do in your business to reduce that as much as possible. How can we help you? How can we help you grow your revenue so that corporation tax, although you don't like paying it, you don't mind paying it because you're hitting your personal goals? Things like that. That's where advisory is really, really powerful. Compliance is mandatory and very uninspiring. Advisory speaks to ambition, growth, profit, and success, and very inspiring. Okay. The vital outcome. So when you position yourself as vital, you have fewer clients, you have higher revenue, and you have way more freedom. You get to charge more. You get paid more often, and clients will stay with you longer, paying you more money when you've mapped out that journey for them. And that's something that we do at the Business Advisor Academy. We take all of your experience, all of your education, absolutely who you are as a person, all of your knowledge, and we map out a client journey. And if you're not sure what that client journey is, we give you a foundational client journey that you can do with your clients. And what happens when you do this is you step off the feast and famine roller coaster and start to build wealth for yourself and build wealth for your clients. Now, you might find as well that you don't have feast and famine in your compliance firm. Maybe you have steady income, but maybe that steady income isn't giving you the take-home pay that you want or the time off. As I said only moments ago, the average number of hours is between 50 and 60 hours a week that my potential clients are working, which is why they reach out to me, because they see the power of becoming a vital advisor. Now, you can choose to become vital, and the best way to do that is to narrow your focus. So decide what is it that you're helping, for whom. Productize your advisory so that you know the questions that your clients are going to ask as you move forward. So you preempt them, therefore you can pre-advise them, and stop giving it away. Like, again, every time I speak to a prospect, they say to me, I've been giving advisory away for free and I want to be able to charge for it. And that is what we help you do. We help you build a freedom business, not a monster business. So you need to make vital your new standard. You need to be valuable, you need to be impactful, you need to be trusted, you need to be agile, and you need to help your clients be lucrative so that you can be lucrative. And if you want to be vital, it is your job to make it happen. Nobody is coming to save you. One of my favorite sentences that I use every time I feel sorry for myself: Amanda, nobody is coming to save you, and nobody is coming to save you. You have to make the decision to move yourself to become a vital advisor. All right. So if you would like to make that happen, if you would like more details, if you would like to know how I help you, around this video is a link that links to another video that goes step by step through on how I help my clients. It is all about the offer. It's not more training, it's about the offer. So watch that and book a call if you are overworked, underpaid, and you already run a monster business, or you're starting your accountancy firm and you're scared you're going to create a monster business, or if you are in industry and you want to start an advisory-based firm, then watch the video and then book a call, because I can make sure that that monster business never becomes a reality for you. We've done this with hundreds and hundreds of accountants, bookkeepers, CFOs, and consultants. We've shifted them from being overworked and underpaid to being highly valued and highly paid and not working anywhere near as hard. A lot of my clients finish work at 3:30. They go and spend time with their children. They take their children to school and have a really great life and are building something that gives them freedom. So if you would like some of that, then click around this video for more details and book a call. And I look forward to speaking to you soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.